So you've done a lesson and you want to talk about Christopher Columbus. You went to Pebble Go, you pulled up Christopher Columbus, and you pulled up the story that goes with him. And what you want to do is get interaction with your students. And instead of having popsicle sticks that you'd have in your class that you want to pull out, you still want to have that same experience, but not something else that you want to clean. So what you do is you click on the unified menu, go back to your locker, and there's an option for the spinner. And we have several different spinners we can choose from. So when the spinner comes on the screen, it is an overlay. So right now I can only interact with the spinner. I cannot interact with the board. So I want to make sure that whatever information I want to share with the students is already up there. So we've read through this. I'm going to spin it. It's going to select something. And for this case, it's going to say the mode of transportation. So my question might be, well, what is the mode of transportation that Christopher Columbus used in order to travel the seas the way he did? And the students would answer. But I want to have a place where I put the student names. So at the bottom of the menu, what you're going to see is, it's called Famous People. So I made this spinner, and there is a drop-down arrow right next to that. When I click on that, it is going to give me different menu options. So I have already showed you my famous people. I have two class lists. One class list is for Wednesday and Friday, so my students are always saved in here. Another class list is for Tuesday and Thursday. When I pull that up, it will populate it. So now I'm going to go ahead and spin it. So my question was, what was the mode of transportation? It is stopping on Frank. Frank is going to need to answer the question of how did Christopher Columbus travel? And he would be able to answer that question. So now let's go ahead and look at the creation of this. When I click on my drop-down menu, I have options here. Next to each option is a pencil. The pencil will bring up a menu that I can edit if I'd like to. So there's one here that says colors. I click on the pencil. When I click on the pencil, it's going to pull up the menu. It's going to have the top line is the title of the spinner. And below that is going to be the name of the colors and the picture of the colors over here. That's great, but what I want is to make my own. I'm going to click on the drop-down arrow, and at the top of the menu it says Create New, and I'm going to click on the plus sign. When I do that, it says Create New. I'm going to tap in there. It pulls up a keyboard at the bottom, and I am going to create a new list. I can call that whatever I want. There are items. By default, it shows up by 4, but there is space for 44 different items that you could put here. You can select a color to go with it, and there's 28 color choices that you have. So new list, I might put item A, item B, and so forth. I can click on my colors. It pulls up all the colors that I want. I can take these and I can move them around by using the mouse on my keyboard if I like. I can click on the trash can. I can throw an item away if I put it up there. When I'm content with my list, I will click Save, and now it will be up here. So let's say today is Thursday, so I'm going to pull up my Thursday list, but I also want to pull up the spinner that has the questions on it. So I'm going to click on my plus sign. It's going to give me another spinner. I'm going to make sure that I select the ones with the questions. So right now I have my spinner with my student names, and I have a spinner with my question topics. I can have up to 4 spinners on the screen at one time.